Well, good morning to you. Good morning. Tuesday, the 14th of May 2024. The weather forecast says it is raining. Now, I never really trust the weather forecast, so I looked for the weather forecast in Cats, and what they're telling me is it's raining, and this is set to last all day. We do have a yellow flood warning. Now, that here doesn't actually cause me personal concerns. Where this part of Azalea Fell is, we're actually on top of the hill. If we get flood water here, we're talking Noah flood type situation. The problem though is there's lots of places, down close to the river and the rivers, I should say, and there's a risk of localised flooding. But I'm not going to be doing any outdoor work today. Oh, decisions. Left or right? I think we'll go right. Variety is the spice of life, isn't it? Look at those beautiful roses up the wall of Martine's house. Now we're going to go left. After the traffic. And so we come to Puy-sur-Claise and its traffic calming systems. Puy-sur-Claise has got a church started in the 11th century. Of course, it wasn't finished in the 11th century. Well, it's stopped raining, but it's threatening to rain again. So I think I'm going to just concentrate on getting some indoor stuff done. You know, getting scaffolding clean and beautiful. Beautiful. Is scaffolding ever beautiful? You know what I mean. But I read all of the comments that you leave on my videos, and sometimes they prompt me into action. Sometimes they do, sometimes I just giggle and ignore them. But one gentleman, who shall remain nameless, made a swiping sort of comment about older gentlemen and certain problems that sometimes they have. Now, this is not a laughing matter. And I thought about it, and I thought, yeah, you know, I'm not the child I once was. You know, maybe there are things that I need to worry about. And so went to a doctor, and he asked me lots of questions. Now, the problem was he asked them to me in French, and so I said oui and non, but in truth I haven't got a clue what he was talking about. And he smiled, and he said some French phrases that basically translate to, well, man of your age. Okay then. And then he snatched a prescription pad and he wrote something. Now, you know what doctors are like. It doesn't matter what language they write in, whether they write in French or English or Latin or Greek or, you know, it's all undecipherable. And anyway, I took it to the chemist, and the chemist, very kind lady, and she read it and she smiled and she said, she said, yes, gentlemen of a certain age. And she went to the storeroom and she came back and handed me something that fits the description on the prescription. And she smiled and said, twice a day, she said. Yeah, well, that'll make me eyes water.